Hello and welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. And today we are joined by the English singer, songwriter, actor, YouTuber, and someone whom us 90s kids literally grew up with, Conor Maynard. Welcome to the show.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. So, how are you, and which part of the world are you in right now?
I am in London right now. I'm at my apartment in London. Yeah, it's actually a really sunny, nice day, which is kind of rare for London. So
Yeah.
feeling good, feeling good.
Nice and bright light coming from behind you. So, how long have you been staying in this apartment of yours?
I have lived in this flat for about a year, almost a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
It's quite long for me. I
Wow.
normally move more frequently than that. I feel like, I mean, that's obviously definitely down to the pandemic, etc. That I stayed here for a bit longer, but I think that yeah, I normally move around more frequently than this. So this is quite a new step for me, I guess. So yeah.
So is that something you like, moving around and not staying in your comfort zone, staying in one
Yeah, well,
place?
normally it's because I'm asked to leave
Oh,
for making,
what?
for making too much noise. I'm obviously, making music is quite difficult when you have like a studio at home.
Okay.
Obviously not everyone's a fan, so you end up upsetting some people, but no, I like moving around. I've lived in different cities in my life. I lived in London, I lived in LA, I've lived in New York, I've lived in Miami. I lived in a bunch of
Wow.
different places, so I like to move around, I would say.
That's insane. I can't imagine a landlord out there who kicks Conor Maynard out of the building.
Oh,
Like,
it's happened, believe me, it's happened a few times.
that's insane. Oh my God. You should just throw one of your albums on their face and go like, do you know who I am?
Yeah. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll try that next time. See how far it gets me. I feel like I'll get me thrown. I feel like I'll get me thrown out even quicker, but I'll try.
By the way, for me, one of my favorite song of yours is, of course, "Can't Say No." It was my
Wow, that's a
like
throwback.
it
That
is
was
a
10, that was
major song.
10 years ago. That was 10 years ago I released that song.
I was obsessed with it. Like I would listen
Really?
to it on loop day and night in my school days, and it was just such a vibe back then. And I remember where my headspace was at back then. But of course, it's a song about coming of age and liking
Mm.
girls. So, where was your head at when you were writing the song?
Can't say no. Oh my goodness. So I guess obviously I was a freshly signed artist. I was kind of, trying to figure out what my sound was going to be and like kind of what my style, etc., was going to be. And I just think that around that time, I don't know, we were just trying loads of different ideas. I think we wrote, I don't even know, maybe over 100 songs before we released Can't Say No. So obviously I had so many songs that were unreleased and weren't quite right. And then I don't know, when we wrote Can't Say No, it was me and the Invisible Men. We wrote it
Mhm.
together. And we just I think we just messed around with ideas, and eventually when we wrote that, we were like, yeah, this is the one. This is really, really cool. And we knew it was really catchy, and it wasn't like too young, but it was also like, it was like, it had that kind of like young edge, but it also was quite cool at the same time. And like, like the kind of beat was kind of cool. We didn't want to do something that was like too obviously just like straight pop. We wanted to make something a little bit cooler than that. And yeah, that's kind of how we did it. And I remember being 19 years old and being in the studio being like, yeah, this is the jam.
This
So
was the
I
one.
might
But
even be wrote. So I can't actually remember when we wrote it, but I was about 18, 19. So yeah.
okay, but it's it was so very relatable for a majority of us, but was it relatable for you? Were you just looking for like a catchy beat, or were the lyrics like hitting home? Did you come up
No,
with the
I
lyrics?
think it meant to be more catchy. Obviously, I think if I was saying girls, 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 I just can't say no. I think I probably got an issue. So like, I
No, of
think
course.
that I think it was just more about being catchy and about being fun and like, just a tongue in cheek is the best way to kind of put it. A bit tongue in cheek.
Right. Loving your new hairdo, by the way. Looks
Thank you
very
very
fun.
much. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, all pink.
Yeah, it looks so
It's
fun.
actually really difficult to like look after it when it's like this. Though I've noticed it's much harder to kind of keep it pink and then like keep it looking healthy, etc. It's quite difficult
So
to
what
do.
is the routine for your hair? Are you using purple shampoo, is it?
Yeah, well, actually, I use it's pink shampoo. So that I didn't know that for when your hair is pink, There's literal
Okay.
like pink. It's called like rosé shampoo or something. It's like rosé shampoo, rosé conditioner. I have to put that in, but then that makes it then super dry. So then I have to like put like oils and stuff in it to like keep it from being like really dry. And it's
Oh
a
my
process.
God.
It's a
Yeah,
process.
it sounds like quite a task maintaining
Mhm. Upkeep,
skincare.
upkeep as well. Maybe I'll just shave it off. I don't know.
But is this the hairstyle the audience is going to see when you're here on May 8th for your performance in
Yes.
Dubai?
Yes, it will be. I will be having this exact hairstyle. Well, I mean, I hope I can keep it pink until then. I think I'll be able to. I've kept it pink thus far, but yeah, I'm planning to keep it pink for like the foreseeable future because I mainly did it for my tour that's coming up later in the year. So I've got to try and keep it pink until then, which is going to be much more difficult as a task. But I'll see.
So, what are some of the tracks your fans can expect during your concert?
Well, it's gonna be a lot of the new stuff, a lot of the stuff. Because the last time I did a show was 2019. For
For the
obvious
pandemic.
reasons, I wasn't able to do, and no one was able to do any shows for the last kind of like 2 years. So I've basically obviously released a lot in that time. I've released a lot in that time, so it'll be a lot of the newer stuff, and also be a lot of the kind of older hits as well. I'm pretty sure I'm going to cover all bases. I'm pretty sure that everyone that comes is going to hear the songs they want to hear. So yeah.
Okay, so after the pandemic, this is your first gig, is it? Your first concert after 2019?
This is the show in Dubai May 8th is my first gig back after the pandemic.
That
First gig back.
is so exciting. And Dubai, it's not your first time in Dubai, is it?
No, I was actually in Dubai a couple of months ago. I was in Dubai for just for fun with some friends because I think traveling had kind of opened back up again a little bit. So we were just like, cool, let's get away. We haven't been away in so long. So yeah, we went to Dubai and it was a very, very fun. I've always had such an amazing time in Dubai, and there's always such wonderful people that I meet out there, and it's like definitely a place I hold close to my heart. So yeah.
Okay, so do you have a go-to chill spot here in Dubai?
Say again.
Do you have a go-to chill spot, like where you're like anytime you're in Dubai, this is the place you gotta
Well,
go?
I'm not really a chill, like relaxed, but I'm much more of an active, like I like doing like the kind of more like sporty kind of things. Like whether it be like quad biking or kind of like, I don't know. I did this the last time I went on Dubai, one of the funnest things I think I did was it was called like I can't remember, it was like the Hero Boat Tour or something. And it was
Okay.
like you have like these like personal little like boat things. It's just literally just one of you in each boat. And I remember thinking it was going to be like some really like slow, like going around looking at things and being like, oh yeah, amazing type thing. And I remember like thinking, I like, kind of, as I said, like speed, action, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I know they were like super fast. We were like, you'd like go like, obviously you go around and see all the amazing sights, but then also to get to each one, you'd have to like go super fast. And it was really, really fun. That was probably one of the funnest
So
activities
interesting. What's it
I've done.
called?
I think it's called Hero Boat Tours. I think it's called.
Wow, you learn something new every day. I've never heard of that, but that sounds
I
so
really,
interesting.
really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that.
So, okay, tell me, you've been in the industry for so many years, so of course you will know show business inside out. So, what would you say are some of the pros and cons of showbiz?
The pros and cons of showbiz. I think that it can come with a lot of pressure. I think that a lot of people will look at it and think like, oh, it must be so amazing. Your life must be so easy. And it's like, well, I mean, like any job or like any walk of life, it comes with its kind of ups and downs. I think there's always a lot of pressure as a musician to kind of think, oh, what's next? What do I do next? How do I kind of like keep people listening to my music? How do I compete with all the kind of new voices and the new faces that are coming out like every day? There's a lot of pressure, I think, to kind of like upkeep it. But then I think like the pro would just be that like I just love making music. So I'm like very happy that I get to like wake up and do something that I genuinely enjoy and I don't consider work. Like
Okay.
a lot of the time, some of the time it really does feel like work, but I would say most of the time, like especially like writing and like making videos, etc., like I actually enjoy that, so I don't consider it like work as such. So yeah.
So, at the end of the day, the light at the end of the tunnel is the passion and talent and what you love doing.
Yeah, like getting that new idea, getting that new song, and then like performing it, watching people sing it back to you, react to it, and like watching the fans love it. Like that's the payoff at the end. So yeah.
Okay, and like you said, like lots of highs and lows, and of course, it's a very hyper competitive industry. So, did you have a game plan for yourself, like to stay relevant, to stay afloat? Did you have something like, I don't know, your managers, your team? Did you guys have a plan in place?
Not really. I think I just make sure that when I do ideas and when I put something out, I just make sure that it's like top tier. Like I just try and make sure that I don't ever put something out that I'm not happy with, or that I'm not that I don't think is good, I don't think it's entertaining, etc. I think that my kind of game plan, even though it's not so much of a game plan, it's just kind of always making sure that the quality is there. I think that a lot of people will just like, and it works for them as well. A lot of people will just like upload, just keep on top of a regular upload schedule. I'm much more of like I'll upload whenever I want, but whenever I do upload, it will just be like the strongest possible thing I can put out in that moment. So
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, that's a really good way to put it. Like, so you put out quality material at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
exactly. I don't really stick to any sort of schedule. I just put stuff out as I wish, but as long as it's like strong. So yeah.
Speaking of strong and your strong vocals, I was stalking your Instagram.
Yeah.
Of course, as one does. And there was this really fun game that you were playing. Do you know what I'm talking about? The
No,
most recent post, like where you turned a whole bunch of like really happy songs into like
oh
really
yes.
powerful,
My
sad ones.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that was
yeah.
that was a really fun video to make. I just obviously I just released Dance with Somebody. And obviously what a lot of people thought was really cool was that the song obviously was like a very upbeat, big, happy
Mm.
song turned into a kind of much more sad, like kind of down tempo style. And I was like, I just kind of really want to highlight the difference in the two versions. And that
Yeah.
video seemed to do the trick. I think on TikTok it got like almost 50 million views or something like that. So
Genius.
people
So,
seem to like it. So I think that
could
I kind of
you
found a
blame
little bit
me?
of a I think I found a little bit of a I don't know, like a nice way
Mm.
of making people listen there. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think that will be something fun to experiment with moving forward.
Okay, guys, so that was it for our interview with Conor Maynard. There was a small connection error, so we lost him there, but do catch his show, his live concert happening on the 8th of May at the Coca-Cola Arena. And well, that's it for us for today.